This is your TLE EPP TV, enhancing your skill for you to nurture, pushing your talents toward better future. Your TLE EPP TV, leading you to a path of your inclination, creating a new world with tons of innovation. This is your TLE EPP TV, unboxing you the dimensions of real-world practice from your hidden crafts and skills. Your TLE EPP TV, your virtual guide to reality.
Good day everyone! It's always a joy to have you here at DepEd TV Eskwela, a program where education continues at your very own television. I am your teacher Mark R. Clarabal, and this is our very first episode of TBL lesson. For the guidance of our viewers, this episode is for the grade 9 or grade 11 Electronic Products Assembly and Servicing NC2 learners. In this episode, I'm going to share to you one of the most essential learning competency in electronics, in which a repair and maintenance technician must possess in order for you to be called electronics technician. Soldering skills enables you to repair and assemble electronic products like repair CRT television, repair sound system, repair electric fan, assemble or repair power supply, assemble or repair auto night switch, and many more. Come, let's explore and study the world of electronics. What is soldering? Soldering is a process in which two or more metal items are joined together by melting and flowing a filler metal solder into the joint. What is the use of soldering? It is used to form a permanent connection between electronic components embedded in the PCB. What are the importance of soldering? Number 1, to make sure that the components can last for more than few days. Number 2, it prevents oxidation of the joint components for the long period of time. What are the 3 basic principles of soldering? Number 1, cleaning. Components and tools must be kept clean. Clean the soldering iron. Clean the electronic components. Clean the printed circuit board or PCB using brush or clean rag. Number 2, heating. Connecting parts must be heated to a proper temperature evenly. And number 3, soldering. A proper amount of solder must be supplied to a properly heated spot. What are the two kinds of soldering? Number 1, automatic soldering. Automatic soldering is an automated system that performs the application of solder paste, preheating, soldering, cooling, drying, and hardening. Example, robot soldering. Number 2, manual soldering. A method of soldering which is performed by man. Health and safety precautions. Prepare the workplace clean, orderly, and ready for the activity. Please remove all the jewelry or accessories before performing the activity. Always wear your personal protective equipment or PPE like face mask and eye protective equipment like clear glasses or goggles. No eating or drinking in the working area. Read user's manual in order for you to familiarize the specification of your tool. I recommend to use 30-watt soldering iron. Or you can use long nose, nail, and a candle. Soldering stand or can. Sponge. Or clean rag. Flux cord solder. Electronic components. Always put the soldering iron into the soldering iron stand when you are not soldering. Always wash your hands with soap immediately after soldering. Washing hands properly will prevent dirt, viruses, and bacteria spreading to other people, surfaces, and objects. And lastly, do not work alone without the guidance of your parents, your guardians, or older siblings. If accidents happen, no one will see you. Always remember, safety first. Prepare to solder. Number 1. Put the wet sponge in the soldering iron stand before plugging. The soldering iron will take few minutes to reach its operating temperature of about 400 degrees Celsius. Number 2. Wait a few minutes for the soldering iron to warm up. You can check if it is ready by trying to melt a little solder on the tip. Number 3. Wipe the tip of the iron on the damp sponge. This will clean the soldering iron tip. Number 4. Melt a little solder on the tip of the iron. It will help the heat to flow from the iron's tip to the joint. It only needs to be done when you plug in the iron, and occasionally, while soldering, you need to wipe the tip on the sponge. Put the soldering iron back in the soldering iron stand. Making a solder joint. Steps in making a solder joint. Number 1. Clean the soldering iron tip by melting solder on it. Then wipe off the extra solder onto the sponge. Number 2. Touch the side of the soldering iron to the joint so that it contacts both the wire and the plated hole. Number 3. Apply the solder so that it touches the wire and the plated hole on the side opposite where the iron is touching. Hold it there until the solder melts and flows to the cover, the plate, and wire. Number 4. Remove the solder wire from the joint. Number 5. Remove the soldering iron from the joint. Steps in preparing soldering iron. Number 1. Place the soldering iron in its stand and plug in. Step number 2. Dampen the sponge in the stand. Step number 3. Wait a few minutes for the soldering iron to warm up. Step number 4. Wipe the tip of the iron on the damp sponge. Number 5. Melt a little solder on the tip of the iron. Steps in making a solder joint. Number 1. Clean the soldering iron tip by melting solder on it. Then wipe off the extra solder onto the sponge. Number 2. Touch the side of the soldering iron to the joint so that it contacts both the wire and the plated hole. Number 3. Apply the solder so that it touches the wire and the plated hole on the side opposite where the iron is touching. Hold it there until the solder melts and flows to the cover of the plate and wire. Number 4. Remove the solder wire from the joint. Number 5. Remove the soldering iron from the joint. Then item squeeze. Write your answer in your EPAS notebook or separate answer sheet. Part 1. Fill in the box. 5 points. The quiz will start in question number 1. What do you call is the process in which two or more electronic metal items are joined together? Answer: soldering. Congratulations. Question number 2. Always do this to your hands before and after the activity to prevent dirt, bacteria, and viruses. Answer: wash or hand wash. Congratulations. Question number 3. It is used to clean the tip of the soldering iron. Answer: sponge. Congratulations. Question number 4. What kind of soldering is performed by man? Answer: manual. Congratulations. And question number 5. Always wear blank during soldering activity. Answer: PPE or personal protective equipment. Congratulations. Part 2. Number the correct procedures. 5 points. Instruction. Read the jumbled procedures in preparing soldering iron. Write your answer from number 1 to 5 according to its proper order in your EPAS notebook or separate answer sheet. Answer. First step, place the soldering iron in its stand and plug in. Step number 2, dampen the sponge in the stand. Step number 3, wait a few minutes for the soldering iron to warm up. Step number 4, wipe the tip of the iron on the damp sponge. Number 5, melt a little solder on the tip of the iron. Excellent! Congratulations all of you! Discussion questions. Number 1. Describe how the soldering iron works. Number 2. As an electronic technician, safety must be your first priority. Explain the safety precautions you need to do with regards to the following aspects of soldering. Letter A. Safe handling of soldering iron or gun. Letter B. Safe handling of flux cord solder. Letter C. Personal protective equipment. Letter D. What to do after soldering. Number 3. After a period of use, the tip of soldering iron becomes dark or black and encrusted or covered with oxidation and flux residue. Describe why this accumulation impedes the soldering process and how it may be removed. Write your answer in your EPAS notebook or separate answer sheet. Activity Challenge. Create artwork made out of electronic scrap materials or working electronic components, applying safety precautions and quality standard in proper soldering technique. Direction. Using different components and scraps, make at least 3 outputs from the examples given or your own unique design. Please refer to the demonstration skills rubric in your module for your reference. Okay, good morning. Nandito po ako sa Roger Electronic Shop. Ngayon kasama ko po si Sir J. Fontanilla. Ngayon, tanong po natin sa kanya kung ano yung importance ng soldering skill sa isang or bilang isang electronics technician. Sir, ano pong masasabi niyo?
Importante yung soldering iron para makatanggal at makakabit ng piyesa sa PCB.
Ano naman po yung pwede niyong mai-advise po sa ating mga estudyante bilang isang electronics, 23 years electronics technician?
Ang may advice ko lang sa ating mga estudyante ay para magtagal-tagal lang sir na mag-repair. Hindi mainitin.
Okay. Okay, maraming salamat Sir Gaylord. Good day everyone, kasama ko si Mr. Jerwin Domingo. Isa siyang estudyante ko rin way back 2011. Isa po siyang 8 years technician na dito sa Obenas Electronics. Ngayon, itanong natin sa kanya kung gaano kahalaga ang soldering skill sa isang technician.
Mahalaga ang soldering skill sa isang technician. Kung hindi mo alam gamitin ito, hindi ka matatawag na isang technician. Dahil dito, kung alam mong gamitin ito soldering skill, makakapag-repair ka ng maayos.
Tanong naman natin si Jerwin kung anong may papayo na sa ating mga electronics students. Jerwin, anong may papayo mo sa kanila?
Mga advice ko sa mga electronic student, sa una mahirap pa lang magbilang, kung sa bandang huli, masasanay ka din na computer.
I hope that you enjoy and learn a lot of practical things. Always say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Again, this is your teacher Marcarias Clarabal, dito lang sa DepEd Isabela, TVL, TLE, ETV. God bless and thank you for watching. To God be all the glory.